We are at much higher elevation
I feel it.
than we've done before. So
Yeah.
if you feel yourself struggling for breath, it's normal. Air is thin.
John.
Really, guys?
I shut it down.
Why are you throwing rocks to the freshman?
I'll tell on you right now.
I knew I should have stopped at Lowe's for that can of air.
Need some more. Right now. Definitely hard to believe.
All right, so as you are coming past, look on the slope to your left. You'll see the red sediment with the black crust. This is really important. That black crust is a type of cyanobacteria. It's called cryptozoic or cryptobiotic soil. It's a really important part of the high desert ecosystem. So the stabilization of these slopes is actually dependent on microscopic organisms to form this crust on that really silty surface. And that retains a little bit of moisture, and it is part of the food chain. It takes several thousand years to generate a really coherent cryptobiotic crust. So if you step on it, you've killed like 1,000 years worth of development. Okay, so it's really important here to stay on the trail, and for almost all of our hikes that we're on, it's really important to stay on the trail, and that's one reason.
Yeah. And the wildlife in the area probably depends on this stuff, so don't kill it. Inside Out.
I love that movie.
trick to the high elevation hiking and that shortness of breath is slow and steady, nice deep breaths. Think about, you have to take in more air to get the same amount of oxygen. So really nice deep breaths.
Get in the rhythm.
Get in that rhythm.
Nice deep
This guy
breaths.
likes it. This guy's
Feel
into
that
it.
chest. Every step, slow and steady. Slow and steady, fill your chest.
Are you feeling it, Mr. Krabs? Or is that how it goes?
For every normal,
Yep, that's exactly
for every normal lungful, you're getting less oxygen. So try to take an over normal lungful of air to try to get more oxygen, right? It is kind of a, if you've not hiked at elevation, it can be a little bit of a disorienting feeling.
Yep.
Ugly.
Yeah, I hate it.
Stupid.
Oh, I wish I was watching TV.
So, let's see, 2, 4, 6.
I'm like behind Karen.
Fine.
Short, rapid breaths in and out of your mouth.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Lift with your back in a twisting, jerking motion.
Plug your nose, breathe through your eyes.
So those
I feel like I'm doing that right now.
in the back, just remember that the air has less oxygen in it. So when people say the air is thin, so in the same volume that you would use to fill your lungs, you're getting less oxygen. Take really nice deep breaths as you're walking. Focus on your breathing. Think about taking nice big deep breaths and just slow and steady. We're not running up this hill.
Nope. Not a race.
Ready to go? Race you to the top. Whoever's first.
It got very hot very fast.
Yeah.
Right now, let's go.
My
day is last I'll pass out for a keep going.
I love it. So
Accurate.
Wearing a hoodie too, so I'm like just dripping sweat underneath it.
I knew if I was going to be hiking, I had to take my hoodie off. It'd be like 2 minutes till I was cooking.
But no. Yeah, I saw people wearing short sleeves. I was like, maybe it's more exercise to carry it.
I probably would have lost one anyway, but. Come on. Chest got zero. You sound like my grandfather. That's how he sounded all the time.
Can you smoke?
No, he worked in a furnace factory where they wrapped the internal parts in asbestos.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah, asbestos is terrible.
Back in the 60s and 70s. Oh God. It's hair in your chest, not on your chest.
Ooh. Oh, this is display, huh?
Yeah, this is the split. All right, well, we're gonna let Connor kind of catch up. Drink your water. Because you're taking deep breaths, you are expelling more water through your breath. In my van, what did Richard Alley say about the number of stomata per leaf? Was anyone listening?
It's a stomata.
Talking about the stomata, I don't remember the number. I wasn't in there, but
There's more of them for less oxygen availability. Yeah?
It's the other way. I mean, it's the other way around.
Oh, there's less of them?
So no, because they take in CO2, right? Plants take in CO2, but every time they open their stoma, they lose water. So if they need to preserve water, they have fewer stoma. So you can actually look at leaf fossils and estimate the CO2 concentration of the atmosphere based on the number of stoma in the underside of the leaves. Freaking A. Freaking A.
Get us our climbing gear.
Yeah, that'd be good fun. Yeah.
Okay,
Very buggy.
what do you notice about this face?
There's massive bedding there that doesn't continue go that way as much.
Okay, so Taryn said that there's massive bedding that you don't see over here.
It's buggy over there. It's not over there.
Okay, it's
Same
real
elevation.
buggy.
Yeah.
But those aren't bugs. Those are actually erosional. That's almost like honeycomb weathering on the erosional surface. Any idea why? Why does it look different in this middle section than the two ends?
Because it's closer to the valley, so more wind goes here.
Is there a fault like right where the tree is?
See the crossbeds in there.
Do you guys know what parsimony is? Parsimony is, anyone know what Occam's razor is?
I've heard it before.
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Parsimony, like I've heard Dr. Shooty.
Yeah, the simplest Occam's razor or the rule of parsimony is the simplest solution is often the right one. So by saying there's a fault here, that would be like coming up with a really complicated answer. It could be right, but it's likely something a little simpler. Well, what do you notice aside from less massive and less of that honeycomb weathering? What else do you notice about the surface over on the left, and especially like over here down on the right?
Smoother.
They're both
Okay.
like black.
Black.
More of those.
What's that?
No.
What do you think that black is?
Bacteria.
No, it's magnesium, and
Off the rocks.
it's called desert varnish. I know we're not in the desert, but water that as it seeps out or runs over the face of the rock is evaporating and leaving behind the minerals on the surface, on the erosional surface. Okay, so take all of those things into consideration. Now, why does this middle part look different than the two sides?
Does it have that protective coating on it? It's
Why
like-
not?
Yeah. Eroding faster than it can. You're on the right there. Right?
You're getting there. What are you standing on?
A hill.
The slope.
These things.
Those have stain.
Mine's
Because it's dolomite?
These broke off.
Yeah.
And so what's that then?
Fresh surface.
There
It's a
you
fresh
go.
surface. So a big sheet broke off there and is somewhere down the mountain. That's a relatively fresh surface. So you guys were mentioning, you see the cross beds. Okay, the cross beds are indicating dune deposition. So this is a sandstone above us. Okay,
How fresh do you mean? Like days or years?
probably. Well, you could actually.
Boulder and the tree behind it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Vegetation would be a good indicator, but definitely years, probably
Yeah.
thousands
Yeah,
of years,
okay.
because that desert varnish develops, on the decades to centuries. Okay. All right. Connor, you didn't hear this? Nice deep breaths, slow and steady. The air is thin, low oxygen, so you have to take more air in to get the same amount of oxygen.
I've been taking deep breaths, I'm just very slow.
So in the sands layer, would the wind have it blowing to the right?
I get steep.
Judging by the crossbed?
I don't want to look up, and I think the prospects are going in different directions.
Okay.
You're looking at a
Yeah, I said you can't really go to
So no easy answer. Gotcha.
I want to go to the top. That'd be so cool. When I die, probably. Oh, my wish that. Oh yeah.
Stairs, my favorite.
See, this little caterpillar got the whole way up here. Oh yeah. You got all kind of legs.
Caterpillar.
apologize, Andrew.
It's okay.
Look, Sam. Give me that strong.
How many stairs? No. Oh, jeez. Watch out. Jeez. Heads up.
You just said 1,000 years. Yellow rock.
Okay. There's a bad rock. Sit up.
That thing's been chilling until you came along here.
All right. Fine. Oh, jeez.
Know that there's people above you and below you.
Yeah.
Dr. Frederick, which way? Did you guys go this way? Okay.
Yep. And then you're going to get up to a sign that's doing this. Go right.
Okay.
That's what I told you. Because I'm feeling what I'm not sure right now.
Maybe 1,000 feet. The whole trail is like 1.9 miles.
I was gonna say, I
And
feel
we're
like
probably about a third of the way. And
it's not that bad. I feel like it's just the air. Like,
yeah.
it's way different.
And this, I mean, this last bit was, it said no horses because
Yeah.
it's so steep. So that's the steepest thing. Yeah.
I can't imagine doing that if it was muddy. Like, I feel like that would
yeah.
be super, because there's
That's
a few
why.
parts there where you're like right on the edge.
There's a guy in the comment section that was here a week ago and said it was really muddy. That's
Yeah.
to avoid that section.
Yeah. I'm glad we could. I mean, it's really pretty.
What elevation are we at?
Hi.
Yeah, high elevation.
I can actually get that for you.
High to Midland. Oh, I have signal.
Yeah, somebody had signal.
All right, let's. I have to figure it out.
5,610 feet.
Oh, God.
Time to check my email.
No, no. The open's gonna win. I have no idea what's going on.
You did it. Yeah, you are. That means you are prepared. My lungs aren't.
I don't think anyone's willing to prepare for this. Don't drop your water bottle.
Your lungs are absolutely not prepared for this. Think, you live at 800 feet
Yeah.
above sea level. This is 8,000 feet.
There's no way we can even, like, prepare.
Yeah. Gotta do it.
I couldn't get high enough on the Stairmaster.
I saw you.
Yeah.
Put it on the roof.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have to like go to the Cathedral of Learning and at Pitt and try the Stairmaster.
Say we were at
8,000? It said 5,600 something.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Was it
So-
higher?
I mean, that's what my phone said. I don't know.
I'm so nervous for tomorrow now.
What's tomorrow?
Tetons, I'm pretty sure. Or is it?
So what's the Teton elevation like compared to
Isn't it like 11,000?
35?
No, not at the peaks are 13,000.
Okay. We're not.
Yeah. Jessica, what's the highest? Grand Teton?
Oh,
Grand Teton? Is it 13,100?
13 something. I don't know exactly what.
And what are we right now?
5 something.
Oh,
We're not going to the top. No one goes to the top.
I was gonna say, yeah, you're not gonna catch me going up there.
What's
I have a little flag that says
picture climb?
June 1st,
What are they?
2026,
Way higher than
10 a.m. I'll meet you at the top.
Rockies are 14ers.
Every year we just meet up for like 2 days.
They're all
How
We
do
do like the
people
most
climb,
extreme thing on the
I
planet.
gotta eat my sandwich.
Is that what they do?
and base camps.
How high is that?
At least the way down's gonna be
29,000
easier.
and some change.
Dude, if I would've lost my water bottle down there, I would've probably
Yeah, the
cried.
highest Teton is 13,775. Well, the part that we're doing.
No, we're not gonna walk around.
It's an, I like it.
Oh, nice, okay. I thought we were gonna do, like, worse.
It's a lot. John, do you want your wrap?
Is it gonna be, like, pretty similar to this?
Me either.
What?
Just wanted to ask.
Tomorrow's hike?
Yeah, I can either.
I don't know. I don't know what we're doing at the Tetons. You guys are all asking about the hike. There might be 20 feet of snow.
Oh, yeah, true.
So we have to like play it by ear.
Okay, I just, while we're on the hike, I'm like, okay, what's gonna be worse?
I got 1469 feet.
The highest peak is 13,700.
Oh,
13
14?
catch me running up that peak. Are we pretty much waiting for this corner? Because I have no idea.
Do you want to see me?
Uh-huh.
See my.
It's like a reward.
Lauren, can I tell them the burrow story?
Yeah!
Have you guys all heard the burrow story? So in our van the other day when we were going through the wildlife loop, I was like, okay, keep your eyes out for burrows. And so it's kind of quiet for a couple minutes, and Lauren's like, oh, there's one. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. And so I'm looking out the window, and I'm like, where? What are you looking at? And she's like, they're right there. I was like, I don't see anything. What in the heck are you pointing to? She thought burrows like the prairie dog
Yeah.
holes, and there was like a whole.
Yeah, I was like, why don't you see them?
What are you?
That was
looking at?
awesome.
B-U-R-R-O-W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, they're right in front of us, guys. What are you talking
Funny.
about?
That's awesome. You guys
I know what a
died.
burrow is now, so.
Yeah, now we know.
All
Learned
right.
one thing on this trip so far.
Yeah, burrows. So let's let Connor catch his breath. There's nothing more disheartening than like getting up as the last one and then having to like start going right away.
Oh my god, dude. Sucks.
Yeah, you guys finish your sandwiches.
I still haven't got my breath. It's like a little sore in my throat. It feels really nice up here, though. Oh, my skin.
We were saying it's thin, smoky Wyoming air.
It feels cold. You did it.
Get your meditation pose.
How small
He's like Avatar now.
At least you made it. Yeah, we're gonna stop for a bit.
You're good. Despite the fact
Come here. Let me show you how far we just
the tendons in the back of my legs.
Very serious.
Connor, look at our vans down there. No, literally.
Not
That's insane. You should be like, I just did that.
Okay, so we are at, let's see, this is why all trails is bad because the topo lines are all wonky. We are
Wish it was with something a little cooler, but
about
who cares? It's just one.
5630. Is it, what did you guys get?
1469.
For what?
Meters.
Oh, I got it at feet.
What?
Elevation?
Yeah.
It was 1469 feet.
Here in Wisconsin?
Here.
It's like 5,000 something.
You mean like that? I think he means that's how far we walk.
No, from the GPS thing.
Oh, jeez. Burrows? What burrows? Yeah, so.
Miscommunication. Yeah.
Well, we only need to ask you how far we are right now. Like the height, we're gonna be like 5,000.
Devil's Lake is just...
Devil's Lake.
5,000 pounds?
Why did it score you guys so bad?
Oh my, dude, that's yeah. I grew up with like the first thing. I think it was just like my first pause. I was like, guys.
Beaches were like low key.
Yeah, I know, right?
Devil's Lake, so
Okay, so look at this tree.
beaches had some.
How tall is that tree?
Couple fruit. No, like 30.
Okay, so look at me standing there.
That's not 30, is it? It can be.
Closer, yeah. What?
It's like 40.
Because Dr. Thornbrook's like 5 feet.
40 feet.
Well, like 5 feet. I don't get spicy stuff. If you don't like it, I'll say yeah, it's like.
So 5 feet is right here.
Together, 35, 30, 35, 40? It's about 40?
And then like use your finger.
What are we guessing?
Like 10 feet.
What?
45?
I said about 45.
So what kind of rock is this? Is this like sandstone or dolomite?
It looks like dolomite. Yeah.
How do you know? Does dolomite usually have like a black?
No, that's from
And pick one.
the manganese, the desert, whatever you call it. Dolomite's a lot like limestone. Usually it's a little bit more grayer in appearance. It's harder, and it won't fizz unless you like scrape away at it.
Yeah, you need a fresh area to be sure
How do you
about
know
the
when you're on map? You just like close your eyes and just kind of look horizontal.
Oh, I was wrong. 5,645 feet.
There you go.
5,000.
If you had a topographic map, you would know.
But honestly,
Oh, is that one of those things we used in computer applications?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I like that. Like mapping the points and then like.
You would be using it.
So I've been really fortunate. I've never been here.
I think so.
Like, don't
Like
go
you
off
like
the
a
trail.
Yeah, I feel bored. I was like, whoa.
It's almost like my body knows this time of the year.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like the hikes were easier as we're going. Like Devil's Lake for me was just brutal because I didn't expect
you
it.
can take an instrument that has a bubble level in
They
it.
break us with a hard one to start.
Gotta break your spirit
Yeah.
and build you back up.
No,
They break it again with the
I was going
Tetons.
up the peak, and like my first pause, I was like, "That's oh my god, I'm gonna throw up," and then I did, and then I kept going, and I felt I threw up. Yeah.
And that's called, it's a different kind of gluten rally.
And then like every other hike, I've been like, "This is so much easier."
Drink some more. Food again. Probably when it's off.
Yeah, and then I ate my little apple, and I was like, "All right, please don't happen again."
Down a bit, so
It'd definitely be a little bit sketchy, but like looking right now, I'd be like,
Yeah.
Hey, and you look majestic right now.
I'm trying to. Okay, it's just nice to come try it.
Just sitting in the
Come try it.
wind.
Dude, it feels so good. A bunch of deep breaths. It's an air high.
We bought a lot of
Or a lack of air high.
No, because otherwise I want to make sure that we stay closer together now, because the rest is all basically down. We just have to go up over a little saddle here. So we have to go up about 50 more feet in elevation, and then it's all down from there.
Is it harder to go down because of all the loose rocks?
It's
Or
more
is it like
It-
better down there?
I don't know if you guys are paying attention, but there was a place where the trail forked.
Nope.
Oh,
And we took a right.
does it just bring us?
That it brings us around
Okay.
to that point, and then we go down.
Yeah, because there were some points where I was like climbing up. I was like, oh my god.
Going down is
Yeah,
generally.
like hiking like sandwiches and then they all
people
split
get
from
thrown
them.
downhill.
Wraps are even better.
Slipping.
Well,
I can make you one of these next time we
you
get
have a
one.
tendency, because when you're going up, you're like looking into where you're going. When you're going down, you often are looking out, and so you forget about what's happening at your feet.
I know. I've been doing that a
Forward,
lot.
your hands are like near touching the ground. Going down, they're not.
Yeah, and you want to like be like, oh, look how pretty that is. I did that a couple times on that 1.7-mile hike while I was going down. I'm like, oh, it's beautiful. And then
Are you gonna grab a selfie, Andrew?
yeah.
Yeah, I like to make my mom nervous by sending her pics of me by the edge.
95 Funny. All riding injuries coming down the tailless pile after you're done. That's cute.
You're tired too.
You're tired and you're
You almost caught me with my like slouching posture.
and you're like climbing down the rock pile. The gamer flag?
No, literally. I already have bad posture to begin with, and when I'm like recovering, I'm just like. Well, it kind of trips me out being this high though. I'm like, oh no, I got an email. Uh-oh. I haven't checked my email yet because I'll be getting one from the museum.
I'm gonna snap a picture.
51 miles from the road.
Oh my god, this is like
51 miles? And a car about it.
maybe it's just
Because that is downright gorgeous. Literally, it is a gorge.
It's totally like an hour.
and they all were just like, yeah, this just sucks.
I've eaten so much
That like third from last.
No, literally, I like landed on my knee. Well, not landed on my knee, but I landed on my leg and it like
I remember it's like wake up in the morning, we wait on our and now it roads to
my
my
tendon is still like, you know when you stretch a boot and it's like this.
That's probably about an hour.
Yeah, you said it wasn't that bad.
Like it doesn't hurt as much. It just feels really bad. Yeah,
That's what I thought. I think this is much better, right?
I think. We're staying in
Yeah, I had to cycle off the bus and we were dying to eat. No, so I think this
What's going on? I see myself.
The Flaming Gorge is before Dinosaur Park.
Flaming Gorge.
Oh yeah.
So will we get to swim?
I don't think we're there that long.
There's a pool in the hotel.
There you go. You can pretend.
I was trying to take a picture of you, Mitch.
Oh.
I'm a team player like that.
It's not as good as what the pictures I'm seeing online, but
That would be fun.
She's standing in that.
That's awesome.
She's like, this.
When we were at Yellowstone last, I found a little hot spring seep in like the river by the campground and just sat in it for a while. Pretty neat.
it's cool.
It's cool.
It's like a nature's jacuzzi.
I ride 1,000 Ways to Die in
Oh
Yellowstone.
yeah, sitting in the hot spring.
And so I was afraid to go into any hot spring while I was down there.
There'll be signs that'll say like, don't go in here. This is like 140 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like poking my finger until I found it. I was like, okay, I can stand it.
And then can it like
That's what I said.
from it, like the steam from it, carry some like toxic.
Oh yeah, they're full of all kinds of.
Yeah.
Connor, when come this way, don't walk over because I want to show you guys. This is a really spectacular example of the cryptobiotic soil in a very well-developed form. Oh yeah.
There you go.
So there's actually a footprint right there. Could be an animal print. But you see how like there's little spires and it's kind of like grainy, bumpy. So all that black that you see crusted on the soil is living. It's all living organism. And it's really good at retaining water.
Yeah.
So you wonder like how can something survive in the desert? If you go into, well, you saw this last year when we were in proper desert, is everywhere. It was everywhere. So very important part of the ecosystem.
Wait, so what do you mean by it's living?
It's bacteria. So it is organic. Like it is living. It's almost like algae.
Like it itself or the things that are in it?
It itself.
Okay.
The black stuff.
Oh, I've been seeing it the whole way up, thinking it looked like algae or moss or something.
Yeah.
There's just little this is
Cryptozoic or cryptobiotic.
Or
You
salamander
can see something
thing.
walk right through there.
Yeah. It's right on.
Those are really big footprints.
Yeah. Dinosaur guys.
Sam Quint.
Yeah, there we go.
Sam Quint's lizard.
Drop the dirt in here.
And you know how those ones they like get up on their back feet and run?
Trailer Park Boys is a gem in the show.
Let's crush it.
so spicy.
Crush the hike.
We're
Genociding the whole population.
Or stop.
Well, that's it, kids. We're going back down.
We didn't get very far.
No, I'm just turning on my navigation. We're lost.
I was just joshing you, Dr. Frederick.
Literally.
Like an operator or something. That's one thing.
I wouldn't. That's sure find a way to die.
You don't get voodoo curse. Because you think carrying mountains and running up the mountain.
Of course. And he gets it everywhere. You know exactly what I cannot eat them off at the same time.
Yeah, I always think of my mountains. It'll all be fine. Just a little hike. This week is like better.
Legs.
20,000 in a matter of minutes. Yep.
Huh? Pretty flowers.
They're definitely not hostess.
Flowers. Yeah. That's righteous right there. Do you want me to go lay in it? Yeah, definitely. Let me just trample all this soil.
Butter, stay on the trail.
I'm trying to get up to ask a question.
Yeah, stay on the trail because this is all that cryptobiotic stuff. You see the mountains over there?
These look like moonflowers. And they could be.
I don't know what I'm sure.
What's the rock doing?
That's just obscure
Trying to get the old goat, so to speak. Waka waka. Oh, yeah.
There's Dr. Zoidberg up in the front.
Who was it that always did that? I know that some of the, yeah, I know, but there was a guy that wasn't one of the three students that would do that. They Curly made a bunch of the noises, not all of them. What is that? Ooh. Let me at him. Ooh. Oh yeah, you do the face thing, the. Can't do it with glasses. What was the name of the ship? Shemp and Mo.
No, it was Curly Larry involved.
Oh, yeah.
But who was, Shemp took over from Curly. But who took over, wasn't there a third one? Third bald one?
Was there? Huh.
No, not like at the same time.
No, I know. I'm not up in my Three Stooges lore.
Sunday mornings we get home from church and watch Three Stooges and AWA wrestling with
I already gave it
me and Gene Okerlund.
We watched a lot of, oh man, Charlie Chaplin. Oh God, was that good stuff. The master.
See, that's the difference between you highbrow East Coast and me growing up on AWA wrestling and Benny Hill.
Oh yeah. Benny Hill we didn't watch much of. That had the some really old adult stuff in it. We definitely watched Three Stooges and Charlie Chaplin.
I didn't know if you wanted to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how Benny Hill got away with some of that stuff. Every once in a while, there would be a nipple sighting. Oh yeah.
Now they're singing for
Before we go too far. Okay.
So we have the potential of restaurants down there?
Rock moment.
Sounds like it. Where there's hotels, there's restaurants.
Wow, well, I don't know about out here.
Hotel restaurant.
On the island, Michael Bolton song stuck in my head this morning. Yeah. They first aired on SNL was where they had Michael Bolton come in to do the guest track on their like sick rap song. He's just singing about Pirates of the Caribbean for some reason. Have you heard that?
Oh, it's good.
Pretty funny. So it's like the three of them, Andy Samberg and Yorma and Akiva. And Yorma and Akiva used to write for us. But they'd write specifically those sketches that had Andy Samberg. Look at that thing. I wonder if that's not a stromatolite.
Ooh.
I don't know.
What is a stromatolite?
It's weird.
Stromatolite? It's an ancient like fungus that grew.
No, I know what it is. I'm just saying, what one do they think it is? Oh, that
That,
little.
yeah, that round thing.
Yeah, there's stromatolites on the back side of the Teton.
They call it like different. They were their own like common outside of that somehow. They just went a lot of that stuff too.
Yeah, I saw them when they played at Bonnaroo one year.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Did anyone else know what it was?
Yeah, oh, they had a big crowd.
Oh, Andrew.
Andrew, you're the last person I want to fall on me.
Thanks.
You're just tall.
No, I'm really good at falling. I fall with grace.
Yeah, please don't fall on me. You also got like 2 rocks in your hand.
Yeah, I like hiking with that extra 20 pounds on it.
See, I can keep up downhill. But uphill? I feel like my pants are gonna fall off. You feel that?
No, because I made an extra belt hole that's super tight.
I'm using like 5 of the 7 holes in my belt, and it's still not.
Might have to go to 6.
My knee is not liking this whole downhill shtick.
Whoa.
Be careful.
Going downhill was like harder on my feet though.
It is harder on your
The front
feet.
of my thighs.
Instead of pushing up, you're trying to stop your weight. Stopping your weight is a lot harder than pushing it.
When I was sitting in the car, like the front of my thighs started to burn like really badly. I was like, I don't know why, and now I know why.
If I saw him, he's the other nerdy. Yeah. Yeah. He has a doppelganger that is also manic. It is so weird. I was watching this movie, and I was like, wait a minute, is that the guy? Because it was the old movie. Guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I looked it up. Everything I heard, I came up with the two of them together. Yeah. And they're completely unrelated. Yeah. There's a website that I think it's called Looks Like or something. And you just type in like that.
Hello, Bob.
After it pops up, people will like finally go to Looks Like.
Good old game. Is it a rock or a bone?
They look the same. Like,
Yeah.
No wonder. Ship it all home.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, it's just along the top.
No, no, the one. So you see the resistant ledge sticking out here?
At the base? Or
No.
the
Okay,
cliff
so
face?
go from the top
Yeah.
and see where it kind of bites in a little
Oh, I see it.
bit. Then you see the resistant ledge about 20 feet down, and then you see the red layer. Yeah, well, look at that. Follow it, and it pinches. Oh,
Oh, baby.
so good.
So much going on, it's hard to figure out what's...
So it was John at. So John, slopers and ledges.
What?
Slopes and ledges. Cliff face, slope former, cliff face.
So as you guys come around, as you guys come around, come this way and look across at that upper unit, and you notice there's kind of like a bulbous white layer that's more resistant about 20 to 25 feet down from the cliff top.
Yeah.
If you don't see it and the person next to you sees it, have them point it out. Below that, there's a red layer about 6 feet down. You guys see it? It's maybe like 3 feet thick, 5 feet thick.
It's the one that sort of separates both white.
It depends on where you're looking at it, I guess.
So there's a white resistant layer, and then there's white below that, and then a red layer, and then it gets kind of white and pink again below that. Look at that red layer and follow it to your left. Keep following it. What happens?
It disappears.
Yeah, it thins.
Pinches.
You see it? Just try to follow it. It's thinning. So that's what we call pinch out.
Looks like a textbook.
So that means that depositional environment existed to the right and didn't exist to the left. So yeah, it could have been, I mean, I don't know what those are. If those are sandstones, it could be that was like a little slow-moving pool, and those are shales. I mean, it could be, there's like a bazillion different opportunities to figure out what that is, or hypothesize about what it is, but you can't until you actually go up there and see it. But that's a really good example of a pinch out. The other thing to note here is What's the orientation, the apparent orientation of the upper units? It's pretty flat. It's kind of horizontal to sub-horizontal. What about that lower white cliff?
Kind of looks tilted back.
Okay, good. So you guys are noticing that there's like this steep orientation. Is that the orientation of the unit, or are those individual beds?
I think that's just the orientation of the unit.
Those are the individual beds, and those beds were they laid down horizontally? No, those are cross beds. So what you're looking at is tilted, right? Angle of repose, cross beds in a cross bed set. So the cross bed set is horizontal to sub-horizontal, but the individual slip faces of the dune are presenting here as these tilted, what look like tilted beds.
Yeah, compare the upper part of the resilient stuff, like where the loose stuff meets the resistant sandstone, and think about that orientation. It's kind of similar in the top, right? And then compare that to the inner beds in there.
You see it?
Different.
It's very confusing looking. The cross beds make it really confusing looking.
Contacts between the cliff and the slope, right? And the contact between the cliff former is like this, right, with the slope.
Right.
But if you were to hold your hands in the orientation of those thinner lines, they're like more like this, right?
Right.
Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it. So the bedding contact is the upper part.
So it's slightly tilted?
Yeah, a little bit.
And they were like,
well, that demonstrates the difference in depositional conditions of that whole unit versus the stuff on top. Right, sands below, probably shales above. It's different deposition environment. And then the inner volume of the cliff was these really steep things. But those were deposited under a specific environment that put the sands at that angle.
okay.
So they weren't, like the sands in that inner volume weren't deposited in horizontal sheets. They were deposited in an angle.
20-foot tall dunes.
Right, that's what
So if I was like throwing sand onto a pile and I kept picking it up at the back end and throwing it onto the front end, and eventually it lithified it, showing those tilted angles.
Okay. Yep.
And then later, you put a bunch of shale on top of it. Yeah. So the inner like bedding parts you see within the stratigraphic unit aren't always horizontal. They often are, but it's related to the deposition environment.
I think they're just chert nodules, but look at how they stand out. Perfect example. Oh wait, no, this might be these caterpillars.
Another.
But look at this is a good example of chemical weathering. So this weathers. This is the limestone, and this is chert. So this is chemically stable. This is not. So that's why they stand.
Look at the rinds with it, the weathering rinds.
Technically between the two.
Super cool.
And it could be growth, I guess, too. It's chert.
Sand turns very iron rich for about 5 seconds.
cross beds.
Right.
Right, see how they're all tilted, but you're within. Like, see how the tilt to these?
Yeah.
So sand is just like rolling down the front of the face of the dune. And then it's hard to kind of picture that because when we think about sand, versus level, I just think about it kind of sand. But they are like very slowly vitrified.
Yeah.
In like a modern dune form, you take environments, you take a shovel out and dig down, and you find partially liquefied layers at an angle relatively early.
And then so there was sand in here, and then afterwards, like after the sand deposit, the river came here.
Well, you know, the environment changes.
And just kind of like subsided.
Yeah, subsided.
So one of the things I always ask my classes, I'll test them.
I already know it.
I'll test them.
Oh.
Okay, this is a test for the Cal students that just had historical geology. And I think I've asked it already once in the trip. How do you get a few thousand feet of sediments to accumulate like this if that cross-bedded layer that we just passed is 30 feet thick? Shouldn't it just eventually all get blown away? How do we get 3,000 feet of sediments accumulating?
Subsidence.
Subsidence, yeah. So as long as the bottom continues to drop and you're supplying sediment into that basin, it will continue to pile up.
Yeah. Look at the Appalachian Basin. Sediments keep washing in. That's more weight. Just pushes it down.
You end up with a 10,000 foot deep sand. Now, instead of it just being continuous sand, now sea level rises and washes in over the top.
Right, but it's still there underneath.
Yep.
And remember, there's a lot of stuff you just never see because it's just washed away.
So how old do you think those?
This is like Ordovician. No, the cross-bedded stuff. Isn't that Ordovician?
How old is Madison?
Madison's Mississippi.
I'm sure there's a lobster in your account. I don't know. It's a cool rock. I would assume
Andrew.
it's a church.
Sneaky professors. Distracted by rocks.
We climbed up through the buggy. I mean, there could be tilt, I guess. But we climbed through the buggy Madison earlier, but we've been going down. So that's nice. Yeah, that's true.
That would be a very good choice. I have to make if I really wanted to do that. I just feel like I never actually
I guess I don't know what
legitimate geology.
Stop looking back so
On
scared.
the schedule, Andrew. Where are we going back up? How it is. soil here. You're mad.
Big rock, climb on?
I feel like a 5-year-old. Can I climb on that rock?
That's what I've done my whole life.
Some joints. Oh. I hope someone got a picture of him doing that.
I know. I wish I had a picture.
Dr. Frederick, did you get a picture of him doing it?
Nope.
You did now.
I saw him with the camera
See,
out.
that's an album cover.
Too
right there.
slow.
I can do a screen grab, don't worry.
Oh yeah, you can.
Did you get rock running? I cannot figure out what the stratigraphy is here. This is all crossbed, it looks like.
I want to go on that rock.
Look at these exfoliation joints. Who knows what an exfoliation joint is?
No, this is cool.
Anybody?
Heard it? I don't remember.
Exfoliation joints? This is the dance for exfoliation.
Exfoliation's like skin.
You're right. And what happens to your skin?
It's all rough.
It flakes off, right?
Flakes off.
So when you have layers forming under pressure, you're squeezing them this way. John, give me your hands for a second. Watch what happens to John's hands that are rocks. You push outward lightly against my hands. As soon as I unload it, pops out.
Boom.
Right, so you've got a lot of pressure causing lithification of the rocks. Squeezing it, squeezing it, squeezing it, squeezing it. You suddenly remove all that stuff at the surface, pops open. Exfoliation. It's more common in granites, in plutons like in the Yosemite Valley. You see these rounded features on the edges of the granites, but you can see it in sedimentary layers as well.
Can they be larger than this?
Oh, they can be enormous. Just extensive for like miles. And they just crack.
I just sit on
Can they
it.
be like bigger?
Yeah, we could
Crush that house down
Yeah, I mean, they pop
Houses.
open.
wood.
They're not gonna like shoot up into the air.
No,
But they definitely like
This
visibly
isn't like the
Right on top of that.
It's kind of like the same.
We're not talking about that.
Terrorize people below the
But there are places in Yosemite where you can hear them happening. It's like you can hear the cracks forming. And if you stand there and listen for it, you will see them like, it's super loud. It just goes boom, and they just pop open, and you see like dust fly up. There's videos on YouTube.
Does
of
it just echo through the valley?
Oh yeah, it's super loud because it'll be an entire sheet of granite, and it just.
There's no need to stand when you don't have to.
It's really neat.
That is
Especially when you have LT.
Mighty neat.
Is that the exact sound?
Yeah, it goes.
Oh, that's beautiful up there.
I have SOS personally.
I usually do. I haven't had service in like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's actually just me like hiding behind a rock.
New Earth update. Dr. Harris is now in charge of it.
So here,
Yeah, that you hear that after the sound. You hear.
here this is called the Madison Group, and that is including the Darby, the Three Forks,
Darby.
the Jefferson Formation, and the Mission Canyon. So this, I don't know where the contact is, but then it is the 10 sleep above. So the tops are the 10 sleep formation. Okay, the top is the 10 sleep sandstone. Oh, okay. So the red is the Amsden. Ooh, this is good. Okay, this is great. So we can look across the valley to reconcile. Okay. 10 sleep sandstone, white to gray sandstone containing thin limestone and dolomite beds. It's Mississippi and the Permian from 359 to 252. So that's the PT boundary. The Amsden Formation is a red and green shale and dolomite. At the base is brown sandstone. And then below that is the Madison Group. Okay. Then we get into Mission Canyon limestone, the Lodgepole limestone, the Darby Formation, the Three Forks Formation, and the Jefferson Formation. So that right there, the fact that it's broken up into 5 units is kind of indicative of how thick it is here. I'm not sure exactly where the break is because it might be that.
No, like especially going down. It sucks.
Maybe this reconnects.
I left mine in the car.
Check that. Oh, I don't want to get from that soil. Much.
Yeah, we were off trail. Tread lightly.
Yeah, step on rocks.
Tread lightly, we were off trail.
I called it first.
Plugging it in, the phone, into my brick in my tent, and then I'll say, charging, pull in, 2 hours. But as soon as I set the alarm, it says, adaptive charging, full by 5:30 a.m., which is the time that the alarm is set. So is it like
Using battery.
no? What it's suggesting is that it is like doing some sort of cycle until the alarm goes off. So it's like charging more slowly.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It might be using battery. What? Are you using an app for your alarm? I would speculate it's just using battery power to run the app.
No, but I mean, half of the apps that I have on the phone are running in the background. And that's fine. I just didn't know if that would be something that, like the Google phone? Does your phone do that?
No, but I mean, maybe it's temperature. It's cold. It's doing something. I have no idea. That doesn't make sense. I don't know.
Maybe switching from like fast charge to slow charge, just to like not have it be fully charged the whole time.
No, I think the alarm is just so that it makes sure the phone is at 100% when I wake up. I just don't understand why it would slow down the charge. Because what my interpretation is, the phone is recognizing I don't need the phone for the next 8 hours. Yeah. So what is the purpose of going into this adaptive charging?
Does it hurt the long-term storage potential of the battery to keep it charging when it's full?
Yeah.
I think that's true. So maybe that's what it's doing. Cycling itself up. Oh, you know what I could do?
Change the time of the alarm.
I could change it. No, I did that last night. I put in a second alarm.
Yeah.
And then it just pushed up the adaptive charging.
Oh. Well, that's probably it then.
Definitely.
So set it for like 6 in the morning. See what the charge time is, and then disable that, and then set one for like midnight.
You probably just disable adaptive charging.
Yeah.
So it just charges the fastest way possible.
What I should do is go into the battery and look at the last 24 hours of charge cycle. It does give you the up and down, drain versus charging. Look at that.
That is super pretty. Cool.
Cooch. Better?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So pick one of them and like damage it with your fingernail, and then smell it.
One of what?
The juniper berries. Smells like gin.
I'm trying to keep my eyes down on the wall underneath this everything.
Nope. I have had flavor here. Interesting. Try to cut it out a little.
I'm gonna make it mouth. Smell like.
I was gonna try to make a mom joke out of that, and I couldn't think about it. I couldn't think of it.
It was like a snowstorm. It was like I looked over.
Right, so I'm gonna ask you to freeze for a second, and then see that big block that I talked about before, the fresh surface? You can see it a little bit better from here. So as you're coming around to where I am, kind of stop and look back, and you can see that big piece that would have broken off, especially here on the right. You can see really nice fresh surfaces where it fractured. Whoa.
Right, we're on the right track. We go back to the van with the
Okay, down.
I think everybody's in sight.
Alright, we're back to the switchbacks now.
Unless you want to do it again, you guys want to go all the way up? Yeah.
Stop it.
You gotta get the height.
Woo.
Get that in the morning.
What I was thinking is maybe we do the same thing where we leave the bags in the room.
Oh. Yeah. Like it. Do you think that means leave? I'll pack with our day tomorrow. Or is that just back the next consistent time?
Unless you're asking questions, like you said yesterday.
We need characters for everything. It's Aaron. Aaron can be the dog. Aaron.
Huh? Yep.
For now.
I'll get to that.
I see the same angle. Same thing.
You know what is a noticeable action? I also think a very deep forward move of the What was
Trying to sleep without socks on.
Yeah.
I don't really want to take it. I remember. But then again, when we were hiking, I think a lot of my stomach.
want to roll over my slip. Yeah. So that's why, I mean, like, it's comfortable on my side. I've been trying to sit up. I also can bring that because I have a weird size. I think I have a little bit of a weird size. That's
You know what I really like? What I'm really encouraged by is
because your back is slightly arched, and then when you have your foot up,
yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure, like, it's like the absolute worst way to sleep.
I really know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it hurts.
Yeah. And then how...
So I know you.
Sleep outside, it's nature, but really it's just you.
Actually sleeping properly.
Sleeping properly.
I think it's fresh air.
You waiting for me?
What's up?
Or the jolly to visualize it in a 3D aspect in his head.
Did you drop something?
Oh, yeah.
Are you just
No, I'm
video of us coming down?
I am, yes.
Who's that?
So, like, I know for instance,
Someone. I don't know any more than you do.
Beetle?
Cool. Haven't seen a beetle like that before. Oh, steady yourself, brother. I'm on steady. Steady yourself, brother. Just imagine like Hulk Hogan gets this. I was just running off of that. If Hulk Hogan was giving you a pep talk. Listen, I don't care that wrestling is fake. It's funny. That's why I still watch it. Plus, my buddy is currently going into amateur wrestling, so gotta support him through that. Oh, God said you're my best friend. Trust me, I only have like 5. I've got 5 really good friends and a whole ton of just people I talk to. Acquaintances, y'all.
Y'all?
Yeah, I didn't say yins that time. Yee. Listen, I say yins most of the time, so I speak in Pittsburgh most of the time, but like I still think that's a little enough.
I'll drive. So I'll drive. Okay.
Just like that in my school.
Dr. Ripper was
Take over Fred.
take over.
No, that's like the place after hospital.
Yeah, I haven't used them in a minute, so I just need to look at one, but
Yeah,
Salt Lake Trail.
that was awesome.
This trip
How do you do the Bigfoot?
Egyptian
So it's
Bigfoot.
more like